Well, I'm on the farm today. It's cool, a little breezy. It's not bad. The creek is full. It's rolling, but it's not muddy. We just had some rain here of late, and I think there's going to be some tomorrow as well, and we need it. So this is January 2023, and I thought I'd do a hay update. So if you recall from another video, the splines on this slip clutch on this bush hog let this thing really wobble, and picked up another slip clutch, so I got to put that thing on. Well, I had the farm all out the other day, and it was just running like a sewing machine, and I wanted to pull this sprayer over to the barn because I want to work on it and try to get it ready to go for this spring. That's how close I got it. There's the hole in the drawbar and the hole in the clevis, and the thing quit on me. And I thought, what in the world? It turns out I was out of gas. I ran it out of gas, and I don't know how I managed that, but you know, we knock around on this thing so much, it's not surprising that I've finished off the tank of gas that was in there. So I need to fill that up and get this thing started. It's going to rain tonight, so if worst case, I just want this out of the rain. I may move that another day. All right, I got the farm all gassed up, and I'm on this thing, and I'm gonna pull this sprayer over there next to my barn where I can work on it here before too long. Make sure my brake is off. Yeah, it's amazing how much better this tractor runs when it's got gas in the tank. Oh boy. Hoping to have somebody come in and clear these autumn olives. I got to reach out to them again, but I'm pretty sure they're coming. But like I say, until they're on the property, them things are still in the ground. The old Massey 1105 over there, and the Model 50 with the loader. That's the number 2 Model 50. The other one you saw earlier, what I call my number 1. And it's the one with the bush hog on. Let me climb down off this thing. I don't have some fancy head mount to use with this camera, so you just got to take that kind of stuff as it comes. I'll put that thing down there so it won't dig down in the ground, and let this thing down. And pull the pin. So these booms swing out this way and that way, so I wanted to have this thing kind of away from my barn, so I'd have plenty of room to swing them open. So let me put this thing where it belongs, which is right here, and let's get on with the hay update. What do you say? I'll let that thing run and charge your battery. So where do we stand with hay in here in January? Well, we've sold a fair amount of hay. It's going to be a little dark in this barn, but we sold you know, all the hay out up to that part right there. And right before Christmas, I lowered my prices on really all I got left is cow and goat hay. I don't really have horse quality hay, and I'm trying to get rid of these bottom bales, so I cut the price on those and cut the price on some of this cow hay, if you will. And the phone rang off the hook, you know, the texts and whatever. And let me make my way over here. And the pitch was, you got to get it before January the 1st. The sales pitch was, and the conditions were, this price is a little bit lower on the hay, but when we get to January 1st, it'll go back up. And I've raised my price again. I've had a few bites, but it was interesting that when I lowered the price a little bit to move this hay out, especially the bottom bales, the interest was keen. And what that told me was people are not buying hay, but they need hay. And as they see a price that's a little bit lower, they're going after it. And I think what's happening is the low priced hay is selling out, and we're getting to a place now here in January where there is not a lot of low priced hay, and if it is, it's pretty bad stuff. And when I call this cow and goat hay, you know, it's got a little bit of foxtail in it, you know, some things that that's the one thing the horse people don't like. So I don't really like to peddle that as horse hay, because then I got to listen to people complain because it's got, you know, a little bit of foxtail in it. So I just sell it as cow and goat hay. And I tell you, around here, some of the stuff that gets baled up and fed for cow hay, that's what I should just call it, because I know that cows must eat some of this kind of crap and do okay on it, because you'd be amazed at some of the fields that I see in my travels that, you know, when you see it cut and laying on the ground, it's just like weeds and stick weeds and you name it. It's pretty bad stuff. This is not that bad, but nonetheless, I don't want to sell horse hay when I think it's a little bit compromised. So we market cow and goat hay. So I got a little bit of hay here, a little bit over there, and some right in there. I really don't have a whole lot. And then right here in the center, these are the bottom bales off some second cutting I had. I sold that, and whatever horse quality hay I had over here, I sold that. And I also sold the bottom bales that were down in here. And so now I can pull, for example, this baler over to the side where previously these bottom bales were blocking out that part of the barn, you know, to put equipment in. And so over time, these bottom bales get kind of squishy, and so I feel like I need to you know, get them out of here. And that's what I'm trying to do. And then we'll do something this summer, spring and summer, when we start actually baling hay. But so what we're into right now is you know, we're doing oil changes and maintenance. This baler without a doubt will be used this year. And so I'm very anxious to get ready for hay season in advance. And I don't mind not selling this hay right now. It's money in the bank, and sooner or later it'll sell. But we definitely want to clear all these bottom bales out and just kind of clean this barn up, and we'll get that contraption out of here at some point, and kind of lay into 2023 Now, I mentioned earlier while I was on my farm all these autumnalums. I think I've got a guy lined up with one of these forestry mulchers. I forget what they're called, but anyway, we have talked, and he thinks this is a good candidate for it, and I'm anxious to get him in here. I don't know that I'll be able to plant anything on it this year, but I could certainly keep it bush hogged and maybe run a disc across it some during the summer. And so that's kind of high on the priority. And again, we're going to be conserving cash here in 2023, and trying to maximize our profits to some extent, maybe at the expense of the overall good of the farm. But that's just what I'm going to do. Got some hay wagon repairs. I'll have another video on a wagon that I'll have for you. I'm not sure when. And so I also been tinkering a little bit with this New Holland baler. The plunger on it is stuck, and I don't think it's the gearbox. I think the rails has swelled up. Maybe they got some rust under them, and that has wood slides on the plunger instead of bearings. It's a New Holland 68. So I want to try to get that freed up, and so here while it's cool, I'm going to be tinkering with that some. I've had other fish to fry, and I want to mention IP Farms. He has some great videos, and he mentioned in a video the other day that he hadn't been posting and he hadn't been commenting on other people's videos because he's just been really busy. And that's kind of the way it is with us. We can comment on some videos. I'm just about to run out of YouTube footage, and so I don't have time to get in here and rattle on about this and that. And I'll be honest, you can't, if you're sitting and watching YouTube videos all day, and I hope you watch our videos, but if you sit and watch YouTube videos all day, you can't get anything done, especially when you got a full-time day job and a farm at hours that you can spend on the farm after the day job is finished. So I want to tinker with that some and get it going. As I think I mentioned, we got some wagon repairs and stuff. Just trying to get ahead of this stuff well in advance of haying. So middle of January, middle of February, middle of March, we get in late March and April, and we're looking at herbicides and fertilizers and things like that. I'm not sure that we're going to fertilize this year, but we're definitely going to hammer these fields with herbicides to try to get the cleanest hay that we can have for whatever we get out of it. And I'm also operating on the assumption that my kids are probably going to be busy with their jobs and college, and they may or may not be around to help. So I have to think in terms of an army of one, and I got some ideas on that I'll share as the season comes on. So anyway, it's getting dark. It's been a great day, and so I did get one thing accomplished. I got that sprayer around here on the back of the barn. I also want to get that New Holland hay rake, that dolly wheel rake, and get into the gearbox on that and look at it. But the number one priority right now is the sprayer, because I'll need to use it before anything else. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Kind of hurried jumping around here on the farm, and but I wanted to kind of bring you up to speed on where we're at here heading into 2023. And hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.